Alright, here's the Ofna DM-1 8th scale nitro touring car. I got this a few years ago from a fellow enthusiast who unfortunately passed away. I picked it up when they were getting rid of his stuff. He always took care of everything, made sure, proper storage and all of that, so I know that it's good in that regard. Like I said, it's been sitting for at least a couple years. So I figured it's nice out and I've got some time. This would be a good opportunity to take it out for a run. Unfortunately, the air filter disintegrated, but not anything we can't fix. So get a new filter, change the receiver. I don't want to run this. It takes 8 batteries and I'd rather use a FlySky, so get a battery in there, a new receiver, be sure that the electronics work, make sure the engine turns over, and I'll do a quick glow plug check and stuff like that, and then get this down to the lot and see what the 8th scale is about. The 10th scale cars are a lot of fun. I honestly haven't driven an 8th scale car. I own a few of them, haven't driven them yet. So I figured this would be the first, a good first one to start with. So let's get this ran so I can gain some experience with the 8th scale and then get the other 8th scales out. Alright, so I just gave it a once over. So I had to replace the one-way bearing here, and the one I replaced it with was used, and it was also being a little funny, but it's gripping the shaft now, so I'm just gonna try to use what I have. The old one didn't work at all, so this one does work. I put a new filter on, and I put the battery in just to make sure the servos work. Still get the stock servos. It's a little different with the way this pivots. Used to seeing it with the servo sitting up, the servo horn, so a little different approach, kind of cool. But yeah, this is going to be fun, so let's go ahead and get this down to the lot, get it started up, and see how it does after sitting for 2-3 years. Well, unfortunately, I think when I changed the one-way bearing here, I think I cranked the pull start down too tight, and it doesn't have the oomph to recoil. So after trying to manually reset it and pull it a few times, I've decided that was more effort than it's worth. It's unfortunate because it's perfect conditions right now, but I think that the next sprinklers to be on are right here, so I may have ended up getting wet, but we will never know. So basically, I'm just gonna take it back to the house and loosen the pull start strings, make sure that this pull start isn't broken before I replace it, or I'll look in the inventory and possibly just replace it just to be sure that doesn't happen again. But the thing is, it did work before. I really think that these screws in the back plate are just too tight, clamping it down, and it just, like I said, doesn't have the oomph. It's really annoying. I wish I had a little more time, but maybe we'll start it on the bench. I couldn't be bothered with this anymore. That was so annoying to deal with, so I just waited. I'm pretty sure the screws are just too tight because, like I said, this did want to turn over. It didn't have any issues before I left. So the only pull start I have that I think will fit is this one, and it calls for a 14 mil bearing. So these work. I'm just going to see what fits better in there. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the motor and see what we need to do. So my hypothesis was incorrect. It is shot. It's old, so should have just replaced it last night. But this new one obviously seems to do well. So those are some issues you want to look for with old cars and pull starts. One-way bearing and recoil. So let's go out and get this thing at least started up and just make sure it runs. If we can get it to shift, that'll be cool, but that's not the goal here. It's about to rain over here, or at least be cloudy for the day and rain later. Very humid. The guy that owned this always had his stuff maintained at the hobby shop. So this was winterized or stored properly, you know? It's probably the first run 3-4 years. It took a while to start up, but by a while, probably like, you know, between 15 and 20 pulls. And then when it started, it had no hesitation. See, I'm not going crazy here. So this was the gold. It runs. Stock servos are fine. I'm not even trying to have it shift. like that rear diffuser. So as you can see, this would have kept idling until the tank ran out, but I just wanted to start it and get it going. It's a bummer that it wasn't working last night because it would have been really fun to drive across the lot. But after working with, you know, taking the engine out and stuff, I know a little bit about working on this car. So that was a good thing, I guess. So with a new pull start and a new one-way bearing, I'll be able to run this. So definitely want to stay tuned to see this out in the lot. It's going to be a lot of fun. I didn't want to get it shifting today just because you could see I lost control one of the times driving it, and fortunately it wasn't, you know, anything to worry about. So it'll be fun to take in the lot. This isn't the place to, you know, open it up here. So anyways, thanks for checking in with the Ofna DM-1. I've got some other things similar to this in the works, so stay tuned for that as well. And that's pretty much it. So we'll see you in the next one.